Hello everyone and welcome to Tommy Talks Arsenal, where you've guessed it, Tommy talks Arsenal, Fantasy Premier League and everything in between. Thank you for joining me, I hope you enjoy the show, and without further ado, let's go!
Okay, so here's my review of the United game. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe please. All your support is deeply appreciated, thank you. So, Arsenal secured a vital 3 points against Man United, with the game finishing 3-1 to the Gunners. The XG showed that Arsenal did have the higher quality chances and were deserved winners in a nail-biting game of football. What a way to enter the international break. With Partey ruled out through injury, we saw a much more familiar looking back four, with White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko returning to the starting 11. Thank goodness for that, we've been crying out for it, haven't we? When building from the back, it was Zinchenko inverted from the left, just like last season. In this game, it left Martinelli really high and wide against Wan-Bissaka, and he gave the English defender a torrid day at the office. Rice and Zinni were the fluid midfield, and they made life difficult for United to pick up the free man. Both were responsible for building up the play, with both Havertz and Odegaard ahead of them in the eights. To avoid an overload against our five-man attack, United often dropped Casemiro and even Eriksen into their defensive line at times, creating a back six. What this did though, it was creating a pocket of space in between the lines, and it was Nketiah who actually took advantage of that space, leaving both Odegaard and Havertz ahead of them in attack. Arsenal were much more controlled in their press against United, leaving them with huge amounts of possession in the defensive third, but they really didn't do much with it. Rather than press aggressively, Arsenal applied a zonal block to cut off the entry into midfield. As a result, Man United often looked to Rashford with a long ball, bypassing midfield, and this left Arsenal defence really in a great position and they dealt with the long balls easily. Rashford did eventually have some joy, and it resulted from Rice and White pushing to keep United penned into the corner. A loose Havertz pass was intercepted by Eriksen. He played a brilliant through ball that cut through midfield, and Rashford caught us on the counter-attack, finishing with his the first shot from Man United in the game. After United scored, we actually tweaked our formation slightly, with Havertz dropping deeper to build up play alongside Rice, and Zinchenko occupied a more conventional fullback role, assisting Martinelli. Martinelli, to mention him, he was a menace all day long, and although Wan-Bissaka tried to keep him on the outside, stop him coming in on his favoured right foot, Martinelli made a mockery of this tactic, delivering so many dangerous crosses, including the assist for Odegaard, who drew the sides level. Early in the game, Casemiro was actually caught out of possession and Martinelli again set off down the left. He crossed into the box and we all remember what happened. The header from Dalot fell into the path of Havertz. His control was actually pretty decent, but his follow-up effort lashing at the ball, making zero contact really, when he really should have scored. It was a poor effort from the German, and it was a really bad game again for him, unfortunately. With the game at 1-1, United actually thought they'd won it, the hearts in the mouths as Garnacho raced forward. Luckily for us, as the replay showed, he was narrowly offside thanks to a wonderful piece of defending from Gabriel. The defender risked it all, didn't he, by halting his one, but timed it to perfection. Brilliant by Gabriel. As the 90th minute ticked by, it was time for a hero, and up stepped Declan Rice. Our record signing had a fantastic game alongside Zinni. Their partnership already looks amazing, doesn't it? Well, when Saka swung in his corner, Rice was picked up completely unmarked at the back post. It was actually a recurring theme that Arsenal exploited throughout the game. Rice was often at the back, with Gabriel and Havertz in front of him, blocking their markers and creating space for Rice. On this occasion he had time to chin the ball down. He said so in his interview after the match, I think, and yeah, he fired past Onana, albeit with the help of a deflection. With United chasing the game, Jesus put the icing on the cake, didn't he? Scoring a beautiful counter-attack goal, with Vieira putting the through ball. It was such a good pass from Vieira, really deserves some praise for that. And yeah, Arsenal were victorious on the end of the day, with a really important win for the Gunners. Here are some talking points from the game. It was Declan Rice's goal was actually the latest winning goal in a Premier League game between Arsenal and Man United, so well done Declan for that. Arsenal are now unbeaten in 6 games against United at the Emirates, winning 5 and drawing once. The Gunners have now only won 3 consecutive home games against United for the first time since May 1991, so that's an impressive record that we need to continue with. Although United were ahead in the match, it only lasted 110 seconds following Odegaard's equaliser in the 28th minute. Well done Odie, well done Arsenal for pressing on with that. And for the 7th time in 2023, Arsenal conceded a goal from the first shot they have faced in a Premier League match, an alarming statistic that we really need to improve on. Although United had a lot of possession, just 12.2% of their successful passes entered into the final third. That's the second lowest portion by a Man United side in the Premier League since the 2006-2007 season. Not much end product from United. Arsenal have now only lost 2 of the last 9 Premier League games at the Emirates, in which they've conceded the opening goal, winning 5 and drawing 2. Bounce back ability, we keep on fighting, don't we? Regarding Odegaard, our captain fantastic, wife's favourite player, he's now scored 25 Premier League goals for Arsenal. This is more than any of our other players, and it's since the start of last season, with 17 league goals in total for the captain. Keep it up, Odegaard. With 10 points on the board, Arsenal travelled to Everton in game week 5. Our recent record against the Toffees hasn't been great, so let's have a look at my predicted lineup against Everton. Alright, let's go. Okay, so here's my predicted lineup against Everton this weekend. In goal I'm sticking with Ramsdale. Although he's pressured from Raya, I think the Englishman deserves to keep his place, and I expect him to start between the sticks this weekend. The back 4 should also remain unchanged, with White on the right, Saliba and Gabriel in the middle, and Zinchenko inverting from the left. After his excellent display against Man United, Rice will obviously continue in the 6th. His partnership with Zinni is already developing. I'm excited to see it this weekend. It's looking so good in its infancy. Ahead of him in the 8s, I'm actually going to make a change. I'm going for Odegaard, obviously, he's the captain, but alongside him I'm putting in Vieira. Now Vieira has only been limited to cameo appearances this season, but with 3 assists in his last 2 games, I think he deserves a start, and Havertz will be the one who drops out. On the wings, we have Saka and Martinelli as usual. Saka was a bit subdued against United, but I'm sure his form will come good, and I've got no worries with the Englishman. Martinelli on the other hand looked back to his best in game week 4, and the return of Jesus will really complement his style of play. So, as I've obviously alluded to there, I'm leading the line for Arsenal this weekend. I'm predicting it's Gabriel Jesus. Although Nketiah has done really well, Jesus offers so much more to the team, and he's undoubtedly our first choice forward. He scored a lovely goal, as we all know, against United, and hopefully now he'll kick on this season. So to confirm, we've got Ramsdale in goal as usual. We've got the back 4 from last season with White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko in defence. Rice continuing in the 6th. Odegaard and Vieira joining him in the 8th. Saka and Martinelli continuing on the wings, with Jesus returning up front. There are some interesting stats to look at as we approach this game. Everton have actually lost all of their home games this season without scoring a goal. As you can remember, Arsenal's last clean sheet was actually in game week 2 away from home as well to Palace. Since the start of the season, last season even, no team has won more away games in the league than Arsenal, and in that time Odegaard, he's a bit of an away merchant. He's scored 10 times on his travels. Despite historically struggling in this fixture, Everton actually have a really good recent record against Arsenal. The Toffees have won 4 of their last 6 games against the Gunners and are unbeaten at home in their last 5 appearances. So yeah, hopefully that's going to change this weekend. That being said, as I'm alluding to again, I expect Arsenal to win. I do think it'll be 2-0, so another clean sheet, a couple of goals for the Gunners. If you don't agree with me, leave your score predictions in the comments please. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, as I already asked. Sorry about going on about it. I'm actually trying to reach 100 subs, and all your support would be really appreciated. Thank you everyone. Just one more thing to do in this video, and that's to have a look at my Game Week 5 Bus team and transfer plans. So okay guys, let's go and have a look at that. Alright, let's go. Okay, so here's my game week 5 transfer plans and bus team. In goal I've got Flecken away to Newcastle United. It's the best of a bad bunch really, but I've got Areola against Man City on my bench. I'm not going to play him, don't expect a clean sheet, looking for save points, crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, hoping for the best with Flecken, and who knows. Alright, in defence I've got Chilwell against Bournemouth. Well, Chilwell's been playing really advanced, hasn't he? Basically a left winger, and as long as he's playing there, I'm happy to play him against virtually any team, to be honest with you. Bournemouth do pose a bit of a threat, especially at their home ground, so I don't know whether he'll keep a clean sheet, but I'm happy with Chilwell. Joining him is Saliba. Hopefully Arsenal are going to keep their second clean sheet of the season. Everton haven't scored at home yet. They've got that new striker, haven't they? He looks a bit of a menace, a bit of a live wire, but hopefully Arsenal will keep a clean sheet. Big game for the Gunners, 2-0 to the Arsenal, come on then. In defence with him I've got Udogie. He's an absolute star, isn't he? Everyone seems to be getting on him at the moment. He plays Sheffield United, watch them score, but hopefully we'll have some attacking returns. Udogie will come up with the points again. He's been a bit of a hero this season. In midfield I've got Eze. He plays Villa. Eze got his first attacking return of the season in game week 4. Hopefully he'll push on. I need him to keep up with Mbeumo, the rank killer, and I'm sticking with Eze this weekend. Joining him is Foden. He plays West Ham. He hasn't got many minutes for England, although they play tonight. Hopefully he won't get injured. And yeah, West Ham for Foden. Hopefully he'll show Southgate exactly what he's all about and come up with some attacking returns to give us a nice green arrow. Maddison's joining him, and so is Saka and Fernandes. Maddison against Sheffield United, that's a great fixture. United will probably sit deep, giving space around the box. Hopefully Maddison will take advantage of that with his clever through balls. His shooting from outside the box seems to be a bit of a theme. He likes taking shots, doesn't he? Let's hope for more returns in game week 5. Saka against Everton. I'm really happy to play Saka. He's a reliable returner, and hopefully he gets on the score sheet this weekend. Come on, you Arsenal. Fernandes, so he's just had a stormer against someone in for Portugal anyway, hasn't he? He's got what, 3 assists, 1 goal. He basically was man of the match with an icing and cherry on top, so good for Fernandes coming into a bit of form. United have been a bit toothless, but Fernandes has been heavily involved. Happy to keep him, although he is part of my potential transfer plans, one to keep an eye on. Up top we've got misfiring Jackson. Not sure what I'm going to do with him. He's also part of my potential transfer plans, but away to Bournemouth, who do leak goals, it feels a bit knee-jerky to get rid of him, although the signs are that he might actually have to leave sooner rather than later. With him in attack, it's no surprise to see Haaland. He's my captain again. He's scored a hat-trick last week. I'm expecting big things. He's really reliable. Let's hope that he gets some goals against West Ham, although it's basically horses for courses, isn't it? You don't get any actual benefit from it, and apart from against the people who've punted on someone like a Son. Good luck to you if you punt in anywhere else, by the way. On the bench, Areola, as I said, he's up against Man City, so no chance of him making the 11. Alvarez comes back from Bolivia. That's one to keep an eye on. Whether he'll start this weekend is a reason why I've put him on the bench. I'm a little bit nervous. I'd love to play him, but yeah, that trip back from Bolivia, high altitude game, really does put me off. Estupiñán plays United. Brighton have been a bit porous. I don't expect him to keep a clean sheet, and he's one of the players that I'll be looking to transfer out sooner rather than later, I imagine. Gusto too, he's actually done really well for me, especially that brilliant performance against Luton where he delivered 14 points. The return of James is a little bit concerning. Whether that will happen in game week 5 remains to be seen. He actually got an assist on the international break as well, Gusto, so he's in good form, but at the moment I'd rather not double up on the Chelsea back line, and I'm happy to put him on the bench. So that's my team. I've got Flecken in goal against Newcastle, crossing my fingers, saying some Hail Marys with that one. Chilwell against Bournemouth, again looking for attacking returns, don't know about the clean sheet, but fingers crossed. Saliba against Everton, Udogie against Sheffield United to complete my back 3, Eze against Villa, Foden against West Ham, Maddison against Sheffield United, come on Maddo, Saka against Everton, up the Arsenal. Fernandes against Brighton, porous defence, come on Fernandes, I'm looking at you, get me some points. Jackson, it's time to start scoring or you're out son. And Haaland completing the lineup with the captaincy. I'm ranked at about 600,000 at the moment. I had a nice green arrow coming into the international break. Hopefully I'll get another one this week. Transfer plans that I've been considering are Fernandes up to Son, so a double Tottenham midfield against Sheffield United, which could be targeting that fixture obviously, but the games afterwards put me off a bit, so a 1 week punt doesn't feel worthwhile, probably won't happen. Another one would be Jackson up to Jesus. I'm quite interested in that, but again it feels a bit knee-jerky with the Bournemouth fixture, so it's unlikely to happen and I'm probably giving him another game. Other options are bench strengthening, so downgrading Estupiñán to Shah to take advantage of the strong fixtures for Newcastle. Although Newcastle haven't kept a clean sheet in 22 games, their fixtures look good, so it's something to consider. Gusto likewise, upgrading to Shah, but the most probable play for me this week is rolling. Oh yes, I'll be rolling I think, and hoping for those green arrows. So that's me, ready for the game, looking to roll, hoping for green arrows. I hope you all have a good game week 2. Let me know your transfer plans, let me know what you think of the team in the comments please. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all soon for more Tommy Talks in game week 6. Up the Arsenal, see you soon. Bye.